Hey, I'm going to tell you exactly how I got hacked online. What happened to me is embarrassing, expensive, and terrifying. This is a live story, and if you watch until the end, I'll show the exact steps I use to recover everything and the 3 simple things you can do right now to prevent this from happening to you. It started on a normal Tuesday. I woke up, grabbed my phone, and noticed an email I didn't expect. Password changed. My heart dropped. I tried to log into the account. No luck. The reset link didn't work because the hacker had already changed the recovery email. Panic set in. But I made a mistake I'll never forget. I opened other apps while I was still logged in somewhere else. That tiny window gave them more access than I realized. Within the hour, I lost access to my email, then my social accounts, then a store of passwords I thought were safe. The hacker used my email to request password resets for everything linked to it. They emptied a small digital wallet I'd kept for testing. They posted a message from my social profile that I'd never write. It felt like someone had moved into my life and was living there. How did they do it? 3 things combined like a perfect storm. First, a reused password. I had the same weak password on multiple sites. If one site leaked, that one password unlocked everything else. Second, a phishing message. I clicked a link that looked like it was from a service I used. It asked me to confirm my login, and I typed my password. The site looked real. I didn't check the URL closely. That was the moment they got my credentials. Third, no two-factor authentication. I thought SMS 2FA was annoying, so I'd skipped it on some accounts. That decision meant there was nothing slowing them down once they had my password. What happened next teaches a brutal lesson about chain reactions. With access to my email, they requested password reset for every linked account. Because I'd reuse a password, those resets worked. Because I didn't have strong account recovery in place, I couldn't prove I was the owner quickly. And because a few of my accounts had payment methods attached, I started getting notifications of charges I didn't authorize. I did a lot of panic things. I clicked forgot password on every site I could think of. I messaged friends from compromised accounts begging for help, and I called banks. Some responses were helpful, some were slow. The worst was realizing that the hacker had added their own recovery options, locking me out even harder. But I fought back. Step 1. I contacted my email provider support and submitted proof of identity. It took time, but I eventually regained control of the primary email. And when I did, I felt like I'd found the front door key again. Step 2. I changed every password. Not a small change, every single account. I used a password manager to generate and store long, unique passwords, so I didn't have to remember them. This stopped the reuse problem immediately. Step 3. I turned on two-factor authentication everywhere, and not just SMS. Where available, I set up an Authenticate app or hardware key. That created a second layer that a stolen password alone couldn't breach. Step 4. I audited connected apps and revoked access to anything I didn't recognize. Many sites have an Authorized Apps or Connected Apps page. Check it and remove anything suspicious. Step 5. I notified my bank and payment services, and I put fraud alerts on my accounts. I scanned devices for malware and reinstalled my operating system on one machine I suspected had been compromised. Here's what I wish I'd done before getting hacked, and what you can do right now. 1. Use a password manager and unique passwords. A single master passphrase is easier to remember than 20 different weak passwords. Generate long, random password for every site. 2. Enable two-factor authentication everywhere. Use an Authenticator app or a hardware key if possible. SMS-only 2FA is better than nothing, but Authenticator apps or physical keys are far more secure. 3. Watch for phishing. Don't click links in unexpected emails or messages. If an email says there's a login problem, go to the site directly via your bookmarks or type the address in manually. Check the actual URL. If it looks odd, don't enter your password. A few extra things that save me and you should do too. Or back up important data offline or in a secure cloud with versioning. If ransomware hits or accounts get locked, you won't lose everything. Set up account recovery correctly. Add a second trusted email or recovery phone number you control. But make sure those recovery options are protected with strong authentication too. Regularly review devices and active sessions on your major accounts. Many services let you log out of all sessions. Use that after suspicious activity. If you're already compromised, act fast. Change password from a clean device if you can. Contact providers immediately. Freeze payments and alert your bank. And document everything. Screenshots, emails, times. It helps support teams and law enforcement. Let me share one small, personal moment that terrified me. The hacker used my account to DM a close friend asking for money. My friend sent it before realizing it was fake. I had to call them and explain, then take responsibility for the damage. That was the worst part, how your digital mess becomes other people's problem. Protecting your accounts protects the people around you too. To close, here's a checklist you can use in the next 10 minutes. Install a password manager and change any reused passwords. Turn on 2FA with an Authenticator app on your email and important accounts. Scan your device for malware and update your software. Review connected apps and active sessions. Revoke anything odd. Set up secure account recovery and store recovery codes somewhere safe. I learned this the hard way. It cost me time, money, and a lot of sleepless nights. But it taught me how fragile our digital lives can be and how much control we actually have to protect them. If this story helped you, do one thing for me. Go change one password right now. Hit like if you learned something. Subscribe for more real stories and step-by-step guides so you don't have to learn the hard way like I did. Share this with a friend. It might save them from the same nightmare. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there.